Hello racing gamers and welcome back to BombersportsPlays NASCAR Heat Evolution. And today we've got cause for a slight bit of optimism. I know that's a rare thing around Team Budget Sports HQ, but along with the shortest of the short tracks, i.e. Martinsville and Bristol, the road courses are what I've targeted for us to potentially sneak a win or two. And today, as you can see, it's the first of the two road course races. It's the Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma Raceway. We have practiced really well. We've qualified well, as you can see. We're starting 6th on the outside of the third row. Can we go get win number 2 of the season? Let's find out the hard way. As you'd expect, we may as well have just not depressed the accelerator off the start-finish line there, but up the inside of the world, look at that! Oh, can we get Joey Logano for 3rd? What a great start. This week we'll pick up 3 positions in one corner. Not quite. Not quite. And we've got 28 laps to do here. It should, in theory, be just a 2-stop race, but if there's cautions, it will probably be a 1-stop. So pit strategy might not play too much into it today. It is all going to be about raw speed. And as you can see, we've got it on Joey Logano. This car is fast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm using a strategy, not a strategy, I'm using a setup by a fellow's name I can't remember. He tweeted it to me. He has a playlist full of setups. I will link it in the description box below for you. They don't work if you plonk them straight onto a career mode car. Rear end is a bit slippery, as you can see. Basically, the 2 things you need to bear in mind at Sonoma is, you know the phrase you've heard Cup drivers say before about drive like there's an eggshell under the throttle? You may have not understood it. I understand it perfectly now. You basically just don't mash the accelerator at any point in the lap. We're coming up to the final turn now. And look, they're very slow mid-corner. Logano is just not going anywhere. Oh, but he gets a better run off the corner, so he protects 3rd for now. Hello, Logano. I have missed you. Not because I like you or anything. You know, we're just friends. But if I'm around you, it generally means we're up front. So this is kind of like renewing hostilities from Martinsville way back. This is not... Oh, up the inside again in turn 2. Is this turn 2? I think it's turn 2, because I'm not sure where turn 1 is. It's sort of like a... Meh. I assume turn 1's the left-hander just after the start-finish line. That's what counts as turn 1. Joey, mate, what are you doing? Can you decide whether you're actually going to be fast enough to be in 3rd or not? Because you're just kind of holding me up here. So yeah, I will link in the description box below the playlist for these guys' setups. You can't plonk it straight on a career mode. Oh, God. It's like a beat on the back of Joey Logano. I'm aggressive this week. I'm feeling it. I'm into it. I'm channeling my inner British touring car driver. My inner V8 supercar driver. I'm channeling my inner Marcus Ambrose today. And my inner Jason Plato by the look of it. But I will link those setups in the description box below. You can't just plonk them on a career mode car straight out of the box. They do need some adjusting because the career mode car is so different. Read rubbish. But I've used most of his setup for Sonoma here. Generally, it's working pretty well. Well, we qualified 6th. Like I say, practiced really well. There wasn't that usual, I'm going so pathetically slow that the AI just running me over. And as you can see, we're up the inside of Joey Logano. Let's see if we can make it stick this time. We do. As you can see, most of our pace is under brakes into the corners and in the centre. Off the corner, we still have an engine powered by anorexic hamsters, so no dice. But we are up to 3rd on pure handling alone. And we got an early caution. Now, we have an early caution. Now, what do we do here in terms of strategy? As I say, not much in terms of strategy. If we do get some caution laps, bearing in mind the fuel window is about 12 laps, 12 to 13 laps, that's still a 2-stop window theoretically, but if we get some caution laps, this is easily doable on 1 stop. And to be honest with you, it's a rare occasion that we're running this far up the front. I'm actually starting to get a bit of a nosebleed, to be honest with you. So, with tyres still good, we've still got plenty of fuel, let's protect that track position and stay out. No one else is pitting right now. To be honest, when we've got a really good car, this isn't like Michigan where we had to pull the fuel mileage gamble because our car was so biblically atrocious. Oh, God. Driving lap was like the feeling of people going to vote. And I understand this video is going to... Oh, hello. Let's break off political satire talk for a second. We're up the inside of Carl Busch. We're looking at the inside of Jimmie Johnson. There was no room there, but I'm making... Oh, my goodness. Oh, get wrecked, Jimmie Johnson. Get banged. Get absolutely banged. We've taken the lead by borderline ploughing Jimmie Johnson up through turn 2. That was a bit aggro. Whoa, and a big slide there. Forget Marcus Ambrose. We're channeling our inner Jamie Whincup. Although with that sideways shenanigans, it's more like Shane Van Gisbergen. Goodness me, Carl Busch is through to 2nd. He's not having any of this. He's like, what the hell? I am used to being the top Toyota around here, buddy. None of this Team Budget Sports blithering idiocy. But as you can see, we are quick. We're leaving them behind. We are genuinely leaving them behind. This is remarkable. This section of the track is where it's most tricky. Our car's actually quite loose in the rear. So we have to be very careful of that. Can't turn too quick. Can't like jerk the steering wheel too quickly. So we've got to be careful up through there. Down here, we're all right. Like I say, under braking mid-corner, we're okay. Off the corner, not very good. But let's see if the into mid-corner speed can outweigh the off the corner lack of speed, if that makes sense. Kyle Busch is right there, you know. He is close. And down this front straight, I'm expecting them just to totally swarm me. So still got 10 laps worth of fuel. We're on lap, well, we start lap 7 here, so we're okay. We're okay right now for, oh, that's a bit understeer. And because we are on a road course, it is back to being understeer and oversteer rather than loose and tight. Well, I mean, it still is tight, but you know. It's weird here in the spot. I go, car left, car right. And another caution. Goodness me. Can they just like, you guys like stop crashing back in the field? Well, let's be honest with you, I don't mind because you're just eating up more laps under caution where I'm leading, so. But then again, we do have to take a restart. Again, no pit. I mean, we're leading. This is track position we really want to protect, folks. We are going to protect this like our theoretical child that I have. Says the guy who's probably never going to have kids. Anyway. So yeah, I'm well aware this episode's going to go up on the night of election day in the US. So all I'll say is if you're watching this on the day of the election, hope you voted, if you're eligible to. And if you're watching this after, I'm going to misquote Alien vs Predator by saying whoever's won, we've probably lost. And I say this as a Brit who's living in a completely different country. But trust me, I know a thing or two about shitty elections, or referendums, or votes, or whatever. Anyway, Kyle Busch is putting under all sorts of pressure. He's forced us into a mistake at turn 2. Just the mere talk of politics in a NASCAR video. He's just flinging me around all over the place. Oh god, these are deplorable tactics by Kyle Busch. He's still trying to go somewhere. He's going to go up the inside through turn 4. This is too exciting for words. He's forced us out. We're loose now. Oh, we're all over the place. And we've wrecked Dale Earnhardt Jr. completely by accident. Whoops. Oh, sorry, Junior Nation. Oh god. Oh god. Forget about annoying Trump supporters. I have now annoyed Junior Nation. That is the worst crime of all. Oh god, they're throwing beer cans out of the grandstands at me already. But sorry, it genuinely wasn't my fault. Well, it kind of was, because I completely lost the back end of the car and then swerved into him by accident. He tried to go around the outside, which he was entitled to do, but he did not realise I was swerving violently back like I was drunk on finished beer again in my summer car. I basically chundered out the window at him. Oh, but we are coming straight back, though. We're only down to 3rd after that misdemeanour. Unfortunately, Dale Jr., I think, paid a bigger penalty for that. I'm gonna owe him a crate of finished beer. Do you know what? I'm going to grab one of my crates of Finland beer once I've finished passing Jimmie Johnson at the final turn. Yeah, we are good at that hairpin, you know. That's our second. Oh, God. And then we're so bad off. It almost counteracts. Johnson is he's furious. We've mugged him off twice in this race already, and we ploughed him to get the lead in the first place, so he's not happy with us. We're getting a bit aggro in this race. Like I say, we're getting a bit Jamie Whincup in this race. And another caution. This is our, what, 3rd caution? Inside something like the first 10 laps? Goodness me. Well, we're getting closer now to where we need to ponder about whether we should pit. AJ Allmendinger and Tony Stewart are the only cars inside the top 10 who are pitting. Do we pit yet? We still have 8 laps worth of fuel. And that's already lasted, what fuel we've had already lasted us a lot longer than we thought because of cautions. So I still don't see any need to pit yet. The tyres still look really good. We're not burning up the right front as we normally do. Kurt Busch takes a late gamble for pit road. And actually quite a few people behind us, I think, back in the field. I think back in the field, sort of outside the top 10, a lot of guys have gambled on a pit stop there because, hey, they're not going to lose that much track position. But for us up front, we got to protect what we have, baby. So, this intense race so far. We've got 15 laps to go. We are already closing in on halfway in this race. It feels like it's been going by in a blur. Oh, up the inside of Kyle Busch. Can we complete the pass? We're generally not... Oh, we just get loose at the top of turn 2. It's so difficult getting the power down. Especially if there's a car on your outside, it's just no good. You kind of need to do a slide job there. Or a plough job, as I did on Jimmie Johnson. Oh, and again, we're just loose over the top. Turns 2 and 4, where you're going uphill over the top of the corner. That's the most difficult corners for us. But we are good elsewhere. I'm watching you, Kyle. I'm lurking. I'm stalking Kyle Busch. Looking for the lead again. We probably have the best car out here. And that's probably the first time all season we've been able to definitively say that. I didn't even say that at Martinsville. We had a very good car at Martinsville, but we were beaten at certain points in that race. We did have to rely on lap traffic at certain points in that race. We had to be clever with how we drove that one. Here, we may well have the best car out here, but Kyle Busch is trying to disprove that theory by legging it. Hopefully he's not going to get very far. We need to make sure he's in our... This is almost like a series of short sprints, like 2 to 3 lap sprints in between cautions. We've barely done anything so far. Round the final hairpin. We do have a little bit of downtime here, down the front straight. See if we can get our first sip of tea in of the episode. And maybe another one.
Okay, that's the halfway mark.
Oh, and just as we take a sip of satisfying tea, another caution. What is going on here? Seriously, what is happening back there? I don't even want to know. I haven't looked in my mirror in most race, but I'm just expecting to see explosions everywhere. But now, though, now is where we pit, because we are basically at halfway in this race. If we pit now, we'll fuel up to the end. We know we'll pretty much have good enough tyres, because that's how we've run for most of the first half of the race. So now is the time to pit. I'd say about 90% of the field are about to pit here. Most of the top 10 are. Eric Almirola isn't. And in fact, we've come out 17th, so we're now down in the mid-pack. This is a little bit concerning. We're going to have to be careful on this restart. We're down in the mid-pack where seemingly, after 4 cautions in the first half of the race, it's just been absolute anarchy and bedlam back here. I'm imagining an episode of, like, Burnout Revenge back here. Oh God, there's some mid-pack cars right up in here. Gambled on fuel. Oh my God, we are just freight training the field. We're punting Jimmie Johnson to get. Oh, we just went 4 wide. Or 3 wide maybe into turn 1. Either way, 3 wide is probably 2 more wide than you should be through turn 2. But we're past Paul Menard, past Jimmie Johnson, and we're past Casey Kane, right back up into the top 10. This is unbelievable. And another caution. Goodness me, this is absolute carnage. Just Suplex City back in the field. I'm imagining the usual, like, mediocre talents that we tangle with back in the field, like Brian Scott and Regan Smith and Chris Buescher and all that. They're just exploding at the mere sight of a right turn. Yes, I'm the guy making those jokes now, because, hey, I'm the European guy here. Actually, no, I'm not. We've just voted to leave the European Union. I'm the British guy. Anyway, let's restart, and we're back up to 4th after some pit stops there, so the pit stops kind of cycle through. Holy, Paul Menard out of nowhere. Paulie mediocre. As opposed to Paulie. Oh! Jimmie Johnson up the middle, you absolute son of a gun. What was he doing there? He dive bombed the shit out of us through the middle. Nearly worked, except he nearly wrecked in front of all of us. We got back past him. We're now hounding his teammate Chase Elliott. Chase, mate, what are you doing? He's taking turns 3 and 4 at about 3 miles an hour whilst also putting on a drift show. I'm convinced he's trying to sandbag us to let his teammate through. That is not going to happen because we're taking him into Dive Bomb City, bitch. At turn 5. Probably my favourite turn on this entire track. Here's turn 6 and we're already right up behind AJ Allmendinger. AJ Allmendinger, goodness me, he must be enjoying himself out here today. This has got to be the best he's run all season. And I'm now going to deny him a win. Because that's just what I do. I disappoint. Oh, no. Well, maybe I'm not. Oh, no. We've fallen off. Yeah. Oh, we've hit the tyres. Bugger. Shit, bollocks, fuck, nuggets, cheese, wank puffing, spunk trumpeting, arse, anus, burger, big old car freshener. Just had to let that rage out there. That was all my fault. A rare mistake here. Has that cost us the win? Oh, shit. I really hope it hasn't. Right, we need some tea to calm down here. Maybe another one. Look how much faster we are mid-corner. This is disgusting. Anyway, we're down to 7th place, and we have, checking in the top left, 6 laps to go at the line, I think. 7 laps to go at the line.
Stay right.
And we're looking to pass Ryan Newman, who I think he's got some damage. He's limping a little bit. Now, oh, Tony Stewart. Lurid slide up in towards turn 2. We'll try and get the pass done here. Can we close him off? Can we close him off? Oh, no! I don't think we did. He's still side by side. Can we close him off? Oh, we've run wide into turn 3. He's still there. Oh, no, big slide. And we close it. No, he's still there. He's trying to, damn it, wreck us. Oh, my God, we're hitting the wrong shifter. We're just knocking the shifter into the wrong gear. Whoa, we've nearly hit the wall on the outside. That's the Robbie Gordon line through turn 5. And now we're dive bombing Paul Menard. Blimey, this race has picked up somewhat. Goodness me. 7 laps to go. We're back up to 4th spot. Can we still win this thing? I think we've still got a chance, but we need to be careful. We can't afford any more mistakes. And Paul Menard is feeling more like Paulie Dangerously behind us right now. And run wide again. Oh, oh my goodness me. Whoa, Paul Menard. There's some aggro out here today. Seriously. Goodness me, the aggression levels are something else. Menard's still there. He's hanging on the outside. Around, what would that be? 9, 10? I don't know what corner. Anyway, we've dive bombed the shit out of him. And for the 2nd time in this race, we've completely rinsed Jimmie Johnson at the final turn. That's the 3rd time in this race. 4th time we've passed Jimmie Johnson. And I don't know if you just saw there in the top left, we briefly showed the damage meter. The front end's got red damage, so we're going to have to be careful here. I wonder if we've got some splitter damage after that impact with the tyres. We've got to be careful here. The car's not going to be handling as well as usual, but it's still handling well enough to take us right past Chase Elliott at turn 2. If anything, we're getting better and better here. This car is actually getting better. For the first time all season, we've got a really, really good car beneath us. Like I said, at Martinsville, we had a decent car. We still needed to use some luck some good strategy, some lap cars, and some just all-round aggressive driving to win that one. Whoa, the Robbie Gordon line again. Right out towards the wall on the outside. Right up behind AJ Allmendinger again. What can we do here? Hello, AJ. It's weird to be battling with one of my boys. My NASCAR boys. Keep cocking up my gear shifts. Can't afford to keep doing that. That's a blowing engine. Yeah, my boys in NASCAR are kind of Kyle Larson and AJ Allmendinger, and I'm now battling with one of my boys for the win here. Goodness me, this is all going off here. This is huge emotion here. Oh! Can we get a hit? No, we won't be able to sneak through there. That's a difficult place to make the pass, especially mid-corner. But we're setting him up for a dive bomb here at the final turn. Here we go. Dive bomb city bitch! Oh, can we complete the pass? Can we complete? Yeah, we have completed the pass and we're back in the lead. Will he try for the undercut? He cannot. Yes, look at this. Right back into the lead of this race. And we are looking good here. And there can't be that many laps to go, I imagine. 5 laps to go. And there are some guys coming off pit road here who they must have stayed out under the last few cautions and tried to stretch their fuel all the way. There's Aric Almirola. Yeah, I remember his name didn't show on the has pitted display last time on the last caution. So I wonder, he's tried some strategy and it has miserably failed. He's now 39th and beetling around at about 0.3 miles an hour. I don't want bacon now. Go cook me some bacon, bitch.
You're all clear.
Through turn 5, well out into the rubber. Track limits are just not a thing in NASCAR. You may have noticed this. I'm being unnecessarily cautious into turn 6. I think just because we can. We've already built up a 2.7 second lead over AJ Allmendinger. This is ridiculous. We've got such a good car here. Like, we've got to be thinking that if we don't win this thing, it's going to be a disappointment. I may as well just be shouting, jinx, 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 foreshadowing, foreshadowing, jinx, jinx, jinx. You're probably sitting there like, oh, that's why he didn't do his spoiler thing at the start of the video. Maybe. Psych, swerve, etc. Anyway, either way, we are leading fairly comfortably here. We'll be coming around to 4 laps to go. A little bit of a lock-up on the right front. Oh, nearly into the wall. That's the Denny Hamlin line for that turn. Luckily, I didn't have Tony Stewart all over the back end. And we're still pulling away from those guys behind. Ah, but a caution, though. Is this what costs us? We have, well, we're more than good on fuel. We've got 4 laps left. 8 laps of fuel. So we're good on fuel, good on tyres. I mean, we're definitely not pitting. Why would we pit at this point in time? Why? Why would I pit at this point in time? That would be the stupidest thing in the history of the world. Anyway, let's take a sip of tea. We're going to need it. Because I think, as the Fox Sports boys would say, this changes everything. We are going to overtime. Attempt 1 of 3. How many of those will we need? Knowing us, it could well be all 3. Let's go. Oh, and that's crucial. We've managed to block AJ Allmendinger on the restart. But here comes Chase Elliott. They're piling up behind us. They can sniff blood. This is their best chance. Only 2 laps to go here, maybe. And we kind of straight line the first few turns. But we get them right, and crucially, we've blocked them all, and they're getting tangled up between each other. I think Chase Elliott and Allmendinger went side by side through turn 2. That's cost them so much time. That's given us an opening. And the momentum is with us. Does that now sound like Michael Cole? And down towards turn 5. This is 5? Yeah, 5. I can't count. I can't count to 10, apparently. But I can apparently wheel a stock car around a road course. And in the grand spirit of Marcus Ambrose and little Marcus Ambrose, I am the non-American driver who's a bit of a road course ace, apparently. Although I've not shown anything like that. I mean, Marcus Ambrose was a 2-time V8 Supercar champion before coming to NASCAR. I'm a arse on YouTube. And anyway, we're at 2.8 seconds. 2.8 seconds. If we throw this one away, I will just off myself. I will literally just climb to the top of one of those trees and just fling myself onto one of those billboards so I get beheaded on the way down just to make sure. That is how confident I am of the win here. Coming through the final turn for the penultimate time. And we're up 3 seconds now over Chase Elliott. His battle with AJ Allmendinger has cost him here. Those two lost all that time on the restart. And we're coming round to the white flag. Here we go. Can we finish this one out? And we're not going to have to. Yeah, we've won. The caution's come out. It's all over. It's all over. We've won. It's a bit of an anticlimax. Oh, my word. We've done it. Win number 2 of the season. Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah. Yowza, that was a... Wow. What a... That was glorious domination right there. That was not even close in the end. That was easily, like... That's our 2nd win in the season, and easily... Martinsville was a good performance, a really good drive. That was just... Wow. The field genuinely had nothing for us. That was amazing. Team Budget Sports with our used, second-hand, rusting old Toyota with knackered engines powered by hamsters on a crash diet. We've won at Sonoma comfortably. Look at that! A dominant victory in the end over Chase Elliott second, AJ Allmendinger third. Some really good results for those two. They needed to build momentum here. Tony Stewart gets the top 5 just behind Jimmie Johnson. Kyle Busch, Paul Menard, Matt Kenseth, Kevin Harvick and Denny Hamlin complete the top 10 there. There's us at the top. I still don't know how that's happened. We won by nearly 7 seconds in the end. That's outrageous. That's just disgusting, really. Michael McDowell with the top 15 as well. That's a massive boost for that team at the back end of, well, at the mid part of this season. And Joey Logano ran up the front earlier on, down 16th in the end. He was not able to capitalise. And Austin Dillon completes the top 20 in what has been a hectic race. And there's Dale Earnhardt. Sorry, Dale. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I definitely owe him a beer after this round. I'm going to get one of my crates of beer from my summer car and run over there. Be like, Dale, do you like Finnish beer? Accept this as a token of my apology. Riga Smith just behind him. Casey Kate was up the front at one point, as was Bobby Lawani. I guess their pit strategies failed. Almirola ended up at the 29th, which is better than the 39th, I guess. These guys down here. X-May D, just 39th. Trevor Bayne, the only guy a lap down. And Bayne! Actually, I just didn't get to see it because he was just in another time zone. We were actually really good. He was more mediocre than normal. So, there's some big names down there as well. Second win of the season, guys. Second win of the season, and in the end, it wasn't even close. We knew we always had a good chance at the road courses. I didn't know how good. Our gamble to up the secondary sponsor to a top 15 requirement has paid off. Snap Fitness with a nice big paycheck, and we did lead a lot of laps in the end. I think we led the most laps. I have a feeling we may have led the most laps of everyone. So a lovely big, just massive wad of money travelling back to the HQ with us. And we're still only 13th in the points, but that doesn't matter. Our second win puts us really well seeded for the chase. That's just awesome. I can't believe that. Like, I'm just not used to it. And there's our winner's trophy. There it is. If anyone could tell me, I'm wondering if that... I don't know if that's like a generic driver or if it's based on a certain legendary driver at Sonoma or in NASCAR. Anyone know if that's the case? Drop it in the comments below. Speaking of social media, I think I'm starting to see a few fans wearing AJ Bombersports gear. Hashtag no longer just a face in the crowd. Well, cheers at Chase Elliott. Considering I raced you for the win later on, thanks a lot. Nice mutual respect there. It was a fun racing with you, buddy. We should do it again sometime. Ooh, big news. Genuine great news. A new company is offering to sponsor us. We're going to get a new title sponsor here. Well, that's interesting. We've only been getting 5k at every race. Now we're getting 12.5k at each race. And now that's interesting. We can either re-sign Moog or sign on the 3 new ones. But look, each of them has a manufacturer above them. So I wonder, if you sign for a certain sponsor, does your car change? Well, I tell you what, I've got no real motivation to stay with Toyota. They have offered us no support all season. TRD have rejected our phone calls. They've basically blocked our number to try and get some support for engine power. All we want is just some second-hand Joe Gibbs engine. That's all we want. So Toyota have given us nothing. Even now, we have won 2 times. That is more than most of Joe Gibbs racing. So I'm considering a manufacturer swap here. What do you reckon, guys? What do you reckon? Moog would be fairly loyal, but do you know what? I'm feeling something new. I'm feeling like we should fly into the future. Boom, sorry. That was just the worst joke ever. But we are signing with Pilot Flying J, and look at that! Wait! The Team Budget sports car is evolving! It's gone from penniless Toyota to mildly colourful Chevy! There we go, look at that! We've actually got a livery on our car! We've got a title sponsor, a livery on our car, which actually looked quite nice. We've switched from Toyota to Chevrolet in the hope of someone like Hendrick or RCR giving us some manufacturer support. We still can't afford any upgrades to our engine shop, but we've got a lovely, fat, just wad of money in the corner of the workshop. Nobody steal it, please. And, things are looking good. This is genuinely... Wow. What a... Considering the rough run of races we had before this one, the fluke 10th place finish at Michigan, because that's kind of what it was, really turned our season around. We now got the win at Sonoma. We go on to Daytona. Not been very good at the plate tracks, but who cares? We'll just ride around, see what we can get there. And in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching once again. This has been the biggest series on BombersportsPlays so far, and I'm so glad you guys supported it. It's been really good fun making it. I'll be back in a couple of days' time with more My Summer Car. We'll probably get very, very drunk to celebrate our latest victory and maybe do some car building, but probably get drunk. So in the meantime, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already, and I will sip this tea. And I'll see you guys next time on BombersportsPlays.